video explores the notion of reflection, and it's based on the idea that as teachers we are engaged in a very practical activity, but that we often reflect on what we said and did in a particular session during or after the event, and that reflection might result in new ideas or conclusions about teaching that cause us to adapt our approach for the future. And this is something that we can do in a cyclical way aimed at improving our teaching on an ongoing basis. So we do something in our teaching, then we think about it, we draw some conclusions about it, and in light of those conclusions we adapt. And then of course we do it again to see what happens as a result of our adaptations. And then we think about that new experience and we draw new conclusions and perhaps adapt once more. And this process of learning from experience forms the basis for the ideas of David Kolb, who is an American educational theorist, born in 1939 and living in Ohio. He decided that
teacher and classmates. In this opportunity, I would like to talk about what is the definition of learning style, and then I'll explain the two different kinds of learning styles. First of all, our learning styles can be defined, classified, and identified in many different ways. Our learning styles can also be described as a set of factors, behaviors, and attitudes that facilitate learning for individuals in a given situation. In the other ways, it can be determined the way that different students learn and in the same manner. An individual's learning styles refers to the way in which students processes and understands information. For example, when learning how to build a clock, for some students, it's easy to understand the process by following verbal instructions, while for others, it's difficult because they have to physically manipulate the clock by themselves. I'm going to talk about the two different kinds of learning styles. One, a practical learning. Basically, in this learning, people try things out by doing, asking for advice, and watching others how to learn. In other words, people learn something new by practicing. For example, when you're going to learn how to drive a car, you should practice the car before you get a driver's license. Second, abstract learning style. In this learning, people learn things using theories, logic, and ideas, rather than feelings to understand problems or situations. For example, the student thinks about the interview process and their performance and tries to make links between previous experience of interviewing the client and what they heard, and any theories or knowledge they can apply.
Next, I will talk about basic learning styles types. The first is diverging because combines learning steps of concrete experience and reflective observation. People with this learning style are best at viewing concrete situations from many points of view. Their approach to situations is to observe right there, then take action. That's to say, if this is your style, you may enjoy situations that call for generating a wide range of ideas, such as brainstorming sessions. You probably have broad culture interests and like to gather information. The second is assimilating. Why? because combines learning steps of reflective observation and abstract conceptualization. People with this learning style are best at understanding a wide range of information and putting it into concise, logical form. For example, if this is your learning style, you probably are less focused on people and more interested in abstract ideas and concepts. Generally, people with this learning style find it more important that theory have logical soundness than practical value. The third is converging, because combines learning steps of abstract conceptualization and active experimentation. People with this learning style are best in finding practical uses for ideas and theories. For instance, if this is your preferred learning style, you have the ability to solve problems and make decisions based on finding solutions to questions or problems. You would rather deal with technical tasks and problems than with social and interpersonal issues. The latter is accommodating. Why? Because combines learning steps of active experimentation and concrete experience. People with this learning style have the ability to learn primarily from hands-on experience. For example, if this is your style, you probably enjoy carrying out plans and involving yourself in new and challenging experience. Your tendency may be to act on gut feelings rather than on logical analysis. In solving problems, you may rely more heavily on people for information than on your own technical analysis. Therefore, diverging is my learning style because I usually observe situations from different points of view before acting. Also, generating ideas with great creativity. Likewise, it is understood that a divergent person like me has attitudes and behaviors based on cognitive, affective, and social traits. In conclusion, actually this learning style is the predominant one that is reflected both in young people and in mine.
So what kind of learning styles are we? Uh, Actually, I consider that my learning styles is diverging because these styles refers to watch rather than to take actions, and also is likely to generate a wide range of main ideas. In addition, these learning styles always interest in me to learn very easily. What is more, I always apply these learning styles in my academic studies. The reason is because I really like to work in groups, which can give me an opportunity to associate it with others, as sharing ideas, listening with an open mind, and also gathering more information. Finally, I think these learning styles it really connect with my personality because of being sociable. Thank you.